Good morning students. I Karishma from Vidya Balbhavan Senior Secondary School is going to teach you about prepositions and their correct uses. Yes, what are prepositions? You have already studied about prepositions in previous classes also, right? Yes, I know that. Okay, but we will study about it again as many of you don't know where we have to use the correct prepositions, right? So we should study about it again. Can you see the words I've written on the board? Yes, in, on, at, under, below, over. What are these? Yes, these are prepositions. These are prepositions, right? As what are prepositions? They tell you something about a noun or a pronoun, right? Okay, so how will you define the term prepositions? Preposition is a relationship between a noun or a pronoun with another word. Yes. So, whenever we are showing a relationship between a noun or a pronoun with another word, which can be a noun, pronoun, verb, adjective or another adverb also. Okay, so when we are showing a relationship between those words, it will be preposition. Let's see one example here. For example, a man is sitting on the horse. Let's see it again. A man is sitting on the horse. Here, man is noun, right? And on will be your preposition and horse is also your noun. So, when we are forming a relationship between two nouns, we have placed one preposition here, which is on, right? And this on will be your preposition. Why? Because it is forming a link between both the nouns. Okay, both the nouns are different. One is a person, another one is an animal, right? It is forming a relationship between both the nouns. So, this will be your preposition. Okay, now read it again. A man is sitting on the horse. If we will not place this on here, so will that make perfect sense? I don't think so. If we say it without on, a man is sitting the horse, is it linking? Is it making any sense? No, not at all, right? So that's why we will use on here, which is a preposition to form a link between both the nouns. Okay, clear? Okay, now we will study about the object of a preposition. What is an object of a preposition? Sometimes we place a preposition before a word, right? That particular word before which we place a preposition, that word or phrase will be your object. Okay, let's see one example here. For example, a girl is sitting on the chair. So here, which is the object? The chair. Why? Because before it we have used a preposition which is on. The word before which we are placing the preposition will be your object. Here the chair is the object because we are placing on before it. Clear? Now we will learn about the types of prepositions. Yes. How many types of prepositions are there? There are 3 types of prepositions. How many types of prepositions are there? 3 types of prepositions. Right. First is preposition of place, second preposition of time, third preposition of direction. So there are mainly 3 types of preposition that we will learn today. Okay. Preposition of place, time and direction. Okay. Now every preposition answers some questions. Like preposition of place answers the question where something is happening. While preposition of time answers the question when something is happening, and preposition of direction answers the question about the location, at which location, towards which location someone is going. Okay, let's see here. Place answers where, time answers when, direction answers which location. Clear? Okay, now let's take one example. Place. The cat is sitting under the table. The cat is sitting under the table. So what will be the preposition here? What do you think? Yes, the preposition is under. Under will be the preposition here because it is telling us about the cat. Where is she sitting? Under the table. So it is telling us about the place of the cat. Where is the cat sitting? Under the table. The books are kept on the desk. The books are kept on the desk. Where are the books? On the desk, right. So on will be your preposition of place because it is telling about the preposition and the books also. It is telling about the books, which is a noun, and whenever we are using one word to show the link between a noun and another word, that will be our preposition, right? So it is telling us about the books which is kept on the table, so that's why we will place a preposition between it, right? Now let's take the other type, preposition of time, which answers when, right? So I have written one example here. It gets cold at night. It gets cold at night. So what will be the preposition of time here? At, right? Because it is what it is doing. It is forming a link of a pronoun with another word. Okay, and it is telling us when it is getting cold at night. Night means they are telling us about the time of the cold, right? So that's why we have underlined at here, and this is a pronoun. It is a pronoun here. Clear? Another example is we will go to school on Monday. When we will go to school? On Monday. So on will be the preposition as it is joining the two words, right? So on will be your preposition of time. Now let's take one example of preposition of direction, which answers the question which location. Sam went up the hill. Now what will be the preposition here? Sam went up the hill. What will be the preposition here? Up, right? Because it is showing the direction of Sam. Where is he going? Up the hill. Let's take one more example. Mohit is walking towards the market. Mohit is walking towards the market. So here the preposition will be towards, right? Because we are getting the direction of Mohit that he is going towards the market, right? Okay, good. Okay students, now we will learn about position of prepositions. Yes, position of prepositions means where we can put the prepositions. When the object is starting with the question word like what, where, when, why, so then we can use the preposition in the end of a sentence. Okay, then we don't have to use the preposition in the middle of a sentence. Let's see one example here. What are you looking for? Here we have used what, which is an object, and here we have used a preposition in the end because the object is the question word. What are you looking for? Okay, let's take one more example here. What are you talking about? So here about is your preposition and what is the object. So it is telling about the object. What are you talking about? So here we have used question word in the beginning. That is your object. That's why we have placed a preposition in the end of the sentence. Got it? This is the position of preposition where we can place the preposition in the end when we are using the object with a question word. Okay? That will be the position of preposition. Okay. Now we will learn about group prepositions. What are group prepositions? What do you understand by term group? Group means when we are using the words in group. Okay? Group prepositions are the prepositions when we are using one or two prepositions together. Okay? Then that will come under group prepositions like in front of, due to, because of, instead of. All these prepositions are used in a particular group, right? Because here we have used three words together and all these are prepositions which are used together in a particular group. For example, there is a mango tree in front of my house. There is a mango tree in front of my house. In front of will be your preposition, group preposition, because here we have used three prepositions together in a group. So that will be your group preposition. That's how we use group prepositions. I am proud of you. I am proud of you. So here which will be the group preposition? Proud of will be your group preposition because we have used two prepositions together. Clear? Now the next topic in prepositions is prepositions and adverbs. There is a difference between prepositions and adverbs, but there are certain words that we use in both prepositions also and in adverbs also. So many people get confused which is a preposition and which is an adverb because we use the words in both. Okay, so let me help you in this. As you know that preposition is a word that forms a link between a noun or a pronoun with the another word, while an adverb is something that modifies a verb, adverb or an adjective, right? But there is a difference between both. Okay, how is it different? That we will learn today. Okay, adverbs are basically used in the end of a sentence, while we use prepositions in the middle of a sentence until and unless we don't use object as a question word. When we use object as a question word, then we always have to put the preposition in the end. But if we are not using any question word, then the preposition word will always come in the middle. Okay, but adverbs always come in the end. Okay, now let's see some examples here. The balloon went up. The balloon went up. Where it went? Up. So it is telling you something about balloon and how it went. It went up. So it is modifying a verb here, right? Went. How it went. Okay, so that's why it will be an adverb because it is modifying something and it is used at the end of a sentence, right? Now, second example, the ant crawled up the wall. The ant crawled up the wall. Here, up is used as a preposition. Why? Because we have used the preposition in the middle of a sentence. Up is used in the middle of a sentence and it is also forming a link between the ant and the wall, right? So that's why it is a preposition, not an adverb. Don't get confused, okay? Where we have to use an adverb? In the end of a sentence, right? Okay? And preposition we always use in the middle of a sentence where we are forming a link. Clear? Now, next, come near. Come near. This will be your adverb. Why? Because here we are not forming any relationship, right? We have to come. Where we have to come? Come near. So this will be your adverb. This is also used in the end of a sentence, right? Okay, next, sit near the window. Sit near the window. So here, where you have to sit, you have got the hint, right? So this near will be your preposition because it is also forming a link here, right? So whenever we are forming a link or relationship, that will be your preposition, and when we are modifying something, that will be your adverb, right? Okay, now what we have learned in this class? We have learned about prepositions, its correct usage, where we have to use it, group of preposition, types of prepositions, and what else? Object of the preposition, right? So you have to go through these topics once again. I hope you will understand it very well then also. Okay, now see you in the next class. Thank you, students.